Did Jurassic World finally get back to its roots? Will humans ever stop meddling with Mother Nature? And is it time to let this franchise go extinct? I'm Johnny Odell, and this is my review for Jurassic World Rebirth. Just kidding, I can't play that. YouTube will nuke my video into oblivion. Welcome to Jurassic Park for the 7th time. Yep, lucky number 7. The last 3 Jurassic World films, which starred Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard, all performed amazingly at the box office. They literally all crossed $1 billion globally, but they were never really critical darlings. So Steven Spielberg, who directed the first 2 Jurassic Park movies, as well as executive produced all the films afterwards, decided it's time to drag this franchise back to its prehistoric roots. First up, he enlisted the original Jurassic Park screenwriter David Koepp, who also wrote The Lost World along with the original Mission Impossible and the first Raimi Spider-Man film. Koepp was initially hesitant to return to the franchise after the 3rd installment, Dominion, jumped the dinosaur-sized shark by letting our prehistoric monsters roam around the world. Spielberg assured him that they'd get back to the original dino DNA that made the franchise great, and Koepp was in.
I wanted to go back to the idea of seeing dinosaurs in their natural environment.
Now, in order to get back to basics, Koepp made some rules for the movie. And those were more humor, no retcons, basically no going back and deciding that what happened in the last 3 movies didn't actually happen. He also wanted to treat the dinosaurs more like they were animals and not monsters, and base everything in as much real science as possible. Shortly after, Spielberg recruited director Gareth Edwards, who helmed Rogue One and 2014's Godzilla film, as well as John Matheson, a cinematographer, who's most known for the Gladiator films. Now, while Rebirth is a direct sequel to the Jurassic World trilogy, it is a more condensed story which features none of the characters from the previous 6 films. And would it even be a Jurassic Park film if there wasn't a businessman trying to make a quick buck off the dinos? No, it wouldn't. No. This movie's business boy is biotech CEO Martin Krebs, played by Rupert Friend, who's trying to turn dino DNA into a cure for a major human disease. To do this, he recruits mercenaries, played by Scarlett Johansson and Mahershala Ali, as well as a paleontologist, played by Jonathan Bailey. Now, on the journey, our heroes encounter a family on a fishing trip who reluctantly end up getting swept away with them. Now, the film follows both groups as they try to complete the mission, survive, and not become dino food. Hard to do on an island of dinosaurs. Rebirth mostly succeeds in returning the franchise back to its roots. No more stale love story, no human clones or giant bugs, no stopping dinosaurs with a hand, and thankfully no running in heels. The movie, which was shot on film, feels a lot more grounded because they actually shot on location in Thailand.
Tsunami! Boot is up!
Did you guys hear that? Anyway, screenwriter Koepp, who rewatched all 6 movies and read the Michael Crichton books to prepare, included a harrowing scene from the original Jurassic Park novel where a T-Rex chases our heroes down the river, and it will have you on the edge of your damn seat. While it's happening, you're like, yes, this is the Jurassic Park that I have been waiting for, and it just kind of makes you wish that the last 3 movies had been more like this. The story is also more human-focused. While I could have used more backstory on some of our heroes, we get enough to care about them. Unfortunately, the Delgado family wasn't as interesting to me as they could have been. Despite some solid performances, their dynamic wasn't anything you haven't seen before. I will say a positive is the smallest Delgado, Isabella, befriends a small Aquilatops named Dolores, who is absolutely adorable. And honestly, I was more invested in their relationship than anyone else's in the film. And thankfully, you can even meet Dolores at Universal Studios. So I guess there's that. Now, by far my favorite character in the film, outside of Dolores of course, was Jonathan Bailey's Dr. Henry Loomis. Although many know him from Bridgerton and Wicked, he was still unknown enough for me to fully buy in on him as the heart of gold paleontologist. He served as the film's moral compass and low-key carried the story along better than his much more famous counterparts. Now, what works for the film is that it's more grounded and simpler than its recent Jurassic predecessors. It also takes the audience on a fun adventure through the island's terrain. Our heroes have to deal with dinosaurs in the sea, on land, through the jungle, down a river, and at the top of a mountain. We got to see dinosaurs that we had never seen before. I'm not going to give too much away, but as you've seen in the trailer, there is a dinosaur in this that is bigger than the T-Rex. You know what else was bigger than the T-Rex? The Indominus Rex from Jurassic World 1. That's right, we're genetically modifying dinosaurs again. And this time, it's getting weird. The one in this movie is called the D-Rex, short for Diabolus Rex. It's like a xenomorph from Alien mated with a Rancor from Star Wars. There's also a point in the movie where the D-Rex is a lot bigger than he was previously, and then he kind of changes back, and I'm not really sure what's up with that, but it definitely took me out of the immersion. All in all, Jurassic Jurassic World Rebirth gave us a story that was a lot closer to the original films than the last 3 movies. Spielberg was right. It is good that we went back to basics. They hired the right people to do this. The fact that it was shot on film, on location, made it feel like a more real, grounded story. However, what makes that original trilogy, specifically the first one, feel better than this one is that they used practical effects. In the original movie, when the T-Rex is attacking the children in the Jeep, they used a practical T-Rex head for that. In this, everything is CGI, which makes the movie that came out in 1993 mostly hold up better than the one that came out in 2025. That's crazy. Unfortunately, it might be impossible to ever recapture the magic of the original Jurassic Park film. When that came out in the early 90s, people had never seen anything like that. When Alan and Ellie first see the Brontosaurus, you can just really appreciate and feel the scale of it all. And in the 30+ years since that movie came out, audiences have seen all sorts of spectacle. I mean, Endgame happened. We've seen the Star Wars sequels, Transformers, all of the Harry Potter films, Marvel, DC. That's not really the fault of the director. That's the fault of making a 7th one of these.
That's why sequels are harder and later sequels become exponentially harder because you no longer have the advantage of novelty.
If you want to turn your brain off from the horrors of the world to be immersed into the horrors of Jurassic World, then this is the movie for you. It is a fun summer popcorn movie. If you want to take your kids who are a little bit older, they're gonna love it. But I definitely recommend showing them the original trilogy before you do so. If you're searching for something deeper and newer in the Jurassic World franchise, you might not find it in this film. The story is predictable, the characters aren't fleshed out enough, and you're just sitting there waiting to feel that same awe that you felt with the original Jurassic Park film. That's why I'm gonna give Jurassic World Rebirth 3 out of 5 stars. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure to like and then comment below on what you thought about Jurassic World Rebirth. What would you like to see in a sequel? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Like I said in the Superman video, I am getting married soon, actually a week from today. So I will have some videos ready for you guys this week that I will schedule early on. This has been J2O Reviews. I'll see you next time.
Look, got a streaming show, I gotta tap in. Latest episode got an adaptation. I'm just trying to see what's your reaction. J2O about to give us what we lacking. Gotta stream the show, I gotta tap in. Latest episode got an adaptation. I'm just trying to see what's your reaction. J2O about to give us what we lacking. J2O. 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 Patreon subs always get more.